Wall Street hedge fund billionaire Eddie Lampert bought Sears for $11 billion, then sold it to himself for $17 billion. 125,000 people lost their jobs. He walked away with $6 billion. This is not a bankruptcy story. This is the story of the greatest retail heist in American history. And in the next 7 minutes, you'll see exactly how he did it. In 2005, Sears wasn't just a store, it was an institution. Founded in 1893, the Sears catalog brought electricity, washing machines, power tools, everything, 2,000 stores, 125,000 employees, a brand worth $50 billion. Then came Eddie Lampert, a Wall Street hedge fund billionaire with zero retail experience and unlimited greed. He promised to turn Sears into the Microsoft of retail. Wall Street believed him. Employees believed him. America believed him. They were all wrong. Lampert merges Kmart and Sears for $11 billion. He becomes chairman and largest shareholder. His plan? Run Sears like a hedge fund, not a store. First move, stop investing in stores. While Target spent $4 billion upgrading locations, Sears spent nothing. Floors cracked, shelves emptied, customers disappeared. Second move, pit departments against each other, appliances versus clothing, tools versus electronics. Lampert called it competition, employees called it corporate Hunger Games. Collaboration died. Managers sabotaged each other. Third move, sell off the best assets. Craftsman, gone Kenmore, licensed out. Die Hard, sold. Lampert wasn't fixing Sears, he was dismantling it. But the real heist hadn't even started. Lampert creates a company called Seritage Growth Properties, a real estate investment trust, an REIT, then the switch. He transfers Sears' most valuable real estate, 266 prime properties, into Seritage. Sears had owned those buildings. Now, Sears had to pay rent to use them, $200 million a year, to Eddie Lampert. While Sears bled out paying rent to its own CEO, Lampert's stock in Seritage soared. He owned 42% of it. 2015, Sears loses $1.1 billion. Lampert earns $200 million in rent. 2016, Sears loses $2.2 billion. Lampert earns $200 million. 2017, Sears loses $2.9 billion. Lampert earns $200 million. Every year, the company got sicker and Lampert got richer. And when Sears couldn't pay the bills, Lampert loaned the company money through his hedge fund, ESL Investments, at high interest. Then he took more assets as collateral. He was lending Sears the bullets it used to shoot itself. This wasn't business. This was corporate fraud. This was asset stripping. By 2018, Sears was a corpse. 2,000 stores had become 700. 350,000 workers, down to 68,000. Then Lampert made his final move. October 2018, Sears declares bankruptcy. $11 billion in debt. Lampert, the man who caused it, offered to buy Sears out of bankruptcy for $4.4 billion through his own hedge fund. Creditors screamed fraud, lawsuits flew, but Lampert won. He bought the ruins for pennies on the dollar. And when the smoke cleared, 125,000 workers, gone, pensions slashed, severance denied, suppliers unpaid, shopping malls turned into ghost towns. And Lampert? Here's where the $6 billion went. $2.6 billion from real estate, $900 million from Craftsman, $200 million from Die Hard, hundreds of millions more in loans and fees. Added up. He bought Sears for $11 billion. He extracted $17 billion. A $6 billion profit, while 125,000 people lost everything. A corporate heist, executed with spreadsheets instead of guns. But the story didn't end with bankruptcy. The creditors wanted blood. April 2019. The Sears bankruptcy estate files a $2 billion lawsuit against Eddie Lampert and his hedge fund, ESL Investments. The accusations? Fraudulent transfers, self-dealing, asset stripping. The evidence was damning. False solvency statements, deals that only benefited his hedge fund, a trail of transactions that turned Sears into an empty shell. And yet, while the lawsuits piled up and workers fought for severance, Lampert's inner circle got paid again. While employees lost pensions, Lampert's executives paid themselves $25 million in retention bonuses, rewarding the architects of the collapse. And Eddie Lampert? He wasn't in a courtroom. He wasn't in a boardroom. He was running what was left of Sears from his $40 million Florida mansion untouchable. In 2021, the lawsuit ends. Lampert and ESL agree to pay $175 million, less than 10 cents on the dollar. No admission of guilt, no criminal charges, no apology. $175 million, less than the cost of his yacht. The creditors called it a victory. The workers called it a joke. Eddie Lampert called it the cost of doing business. Linda worked at Sears for 32 years, from cashier to store manager. Her pension was cut by 60%. She now works 2 part-time jobs at 67 Carlos, 18 years in appliances, fired 2 weeks before Christmas. His severance check bounced. He lost his house 6 months later. Carlos told reporters, "We watched him sell our tools, our appliances, our buildings. Then he told us there was no money left for severance, but there was money. He just took it. They built this company. He looted it. 125,000 lives dismantled. For one man's yacht, one man's mansion, one man's greed." Today, Eddie Lampert lives in his Miami mansion and plays tennis at his private club. So here's the question nobody wants to answer. How can one man buy a company, destroy it, and walk away $6 billion richer? How can you charge rent on buildings a company already owned? How can you loan money to a company, take its assets, bankrupt it, and still buy it back? Because the system lets him. Because we treat corporations like chess pieces, and workers like collateral damage because we worship Wall Street billionaires and blame workers for losing. Eddie Lampert didn't break the law. He just broke 125,000 lives, and he's still out there, still investing, still playing the same game. The question is, who's next? This is the Boardroom Archives, where every empire's fall is an inside job. Subscribe for more investigations.